Is that
XCon Media.
Welcome to XCon Media. Appreciate you tapping in. We're gonna have a little conversation tonight, man, because I just feel like sometimes these conversations need to be had, and we be doing the people a disservice by not having these conversations, man. We got from setbacks to success, as always, on Thursday night, standard time, around 8 sometime, 8 this, 8:14. 7:49, it don't matter, but we coming on. We coming through. We've been coming through all 2025. We just live.
faux show? Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. What's happening with you, G, man? Appreciate you inviting me back to the show, man. Yeah, to get it in. Yeah.
Yeah, we trying to get out. Well, you halfway out the truck. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to join you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Well,
trying to
come on, man. Come on. Yeah, what you done?
book me old ticket. Fly on up to OKC, kick it, maybe take in an NBA game or college.
Hey, man.
Hey, we gonna do it, man. We working. We on the way. We getting a little closer.
It's the 404-678-47, whatever area code y'all got there. 405 OKC Connect. Come on, man. We turning up. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So this topic was kind of brought upon by the death of Young Noble.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't know Young Noble, he was, I guess, a part of the Outlaws group. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? But really, pretty much once Tupac left us, the Outlaws kind of went down, and they were pretty much never seen or heard from again. For those of us who was watching Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
What's your take on it, man? What you got?
Well, that I think one, and you're gonna roll that video. I think that was a good video done, interviewed by Vlad on Vlad TV and Whack 100. Shout out to both of them. I know Vlad gets a lot of flack, like you said, from a lot of people for a lot of different things. But the one thing you can't say about him is that he is inconsistent, because brother has been consistently putting out content, inviting people on to talk about these things. And yeah, man, this was shocking. One, because I did a little research. I hadn't heard from Young Noble in some time, man, and the Outlaws. And kind of reading where he was just 47 years old.
Right.
And so, and this, the death, it appears that it was a suicide. He appears to have taken his own life. That was last month. And I think this is a discussion that we need to talk about. We talked about it off camera about some of the things that people face and go through, and how they deal with those situations. As you know, my podcast and platform is called From Setbacks to Success. And, I've dealt with a lot of, ups and a lot of downs,
It's a lot on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm willing to share a few stories tonight, and just a little bit, and in further, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, because I never know when I feel like telling a story about what has happened to me in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so I've had some really down moments, man, to the point where, I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I have to say, I can't ever say that I was suicidal in the sense that I had the gun, had the pills, whatever, route. I've not gotten to the edge, and had to be talked off of it. But I have to say, man, I've been through some things in life, man, that's had me in places that some dark places that I never thought that I would be in. And but it's fascinating, to a certain degree, because again, I don't know what gets people to that point that sends them over the edge. But I do say that something in me always says, I just have this saying like QB don't quit, and when it gets down to that moment, I'm just like, again, it just keeps registering in my brain, QB don't quit. And that's just something I've stood on. But more importantly to that is faith, and is that having that unbelievable, undeniable faith that God can bring me through any and everything, and He's demonstrated that, in my life. And so, that again, I don't know how do what all is takes place in situations like this, but those are kind of my thoughts on it. What's your thoughts on it, man? And have you ever contemplated?
Oh man, listen, man. I'm listen. I'm gonna tell you now. I've never contemplated taking myself out the game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I guess because I'm too scared to do it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I got an uncle that always say all the time, man, you automatically taking yourself to the lake of fire when you do it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So um um I I've been in some dark places, you know what I'm saying, as far, and we all have.
Yes.
We've all had times where we was just down, nothing was going right, finances, broken relationships, just loss of jobs, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, can't find a job,
Yeah.
license suspended, me, hey, prison. When the
Yeah.
judge say I send you to 16 years.
God, damn.
Whoa,
Ooh,
16. I'm like, it's
yikes.
just 1998. It's only 1998. And you said what?
What?
Listen, man, me and my girlfriend at the time was the only two people, black people, in the
Mm,
courtroom. We was
mm,
the only two black people in the courtroom. The jury was all white. The judge was white. Both the prosecutors was white. My lawyer was white. Everybody sitting in the courtroom was white except
mhm.
for me and her. And she crying, I'm crying. I mean, big tears. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a real bad spot in my life. You know what I'm saying? And something that I'm not proud of. But hey, I made it through.
You made it through.
What if
Yeah.
I would have went to the cell and been like, you know what, I can't do 16 years, and
That's right.
because people in
That's right.
prison do that all the time.
That's right.
Take yourself out the game, but that never was a thought, man. That
Yeah.
never was a thought. I used to keep myself occupied, in the beginning,
Mhm.
and Chris could validate this. I used to love to fight. Oh man, I used to love to fight. I know Chris will be on here in a little while. He probably missed this part, but I used
Mhm.
to love to fight, bro. Like on everything. I used to love that challenge, man. And I think in 16 years, man, I may have lost maybe two. You know what I'm
2.
saying?
Okay. All right. All right. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
motherfuckers though. Yeah, they was bad. Like my last one, I was too old to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I lost probably about my my sixth or seventh fight, and I
Uh,
lost the most recent fight. You know what I'm saying?
it's time to retire.
Yeah, man. I was 35 at the time when I had this fight, man.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just no beat down or nothing. Like it ain't nothing like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if I didn't do what I needed to do, I lost the fight. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that it was at that point I was like, you know what? I'm not fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he
don't
was
make no sense.
not significantly younger, but I probably had about 7 years or so
Mhm.
younger than me. And I know at that point in my life, between the ages of maybe 28 and 33, Oh
Mhm.
boy, that was my gorilla strength then,
Yeah,
boy. That
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
grown
yeah,
man strength. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
For sure.
You said
Yeah,
33. Yeah, man.
yeah,
That age is a good age for
yeah,
men, man. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
for sure, man. Yeah.
And so, so
That's when I wrote this book, actually. That's when it published, was when I was 33. Live life,
okay.
be young, black, and successful.
Hey,
And I
promote them. Tell them where to find it at, bro.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
tell them.
yeah.
Hey,
Oh
I'm pretty
man.
sure they didn't even know you had a book. Get a quick plug
Yeah,
in right
yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
let them
got
know
two
where to
books,
find the
man.
book
I
at.
got Live Life, Be Young, Black, and Successful, Change the Game, Live Life on the Next Level. Yeah, yeah. We could talk about that on another podcast. But yeah, man, that but 33, when you say that number, man, I think that
Mhm.
was that was it was a phenomenal time in my life, as far as when I felt like, like you said, just overall, man, I was on some grown man time. I was in great shape, and I was making moves in ATL, man, for sure. Yeah. What's up, Nate?
Virginia, I see you.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for tapping in, y'all. Thanks for tapping in.
What up, Slick? Yeah, but to answer your question now, I've been in some low places, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
taking myself out the game. And I think one of the things that helped me is they was giving away this book. This when I first hit the system. Like, I
Hmm.
did a year in county jail, and then I did like maybe 3 months or so in diagnostics waiting to be, sent to my prison.
Hmm.
And so once I got to the prison, they was giving away a book, and the book was about a suicide, about suicide.
Mm.
And it's like you take I, how I got from it is like you take a people through a lot of stuff, man. People feel like they fail you. They go through guilt for the
Yeah.
rest of their life because they feel like they failed you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
put your kids to shame. Your mama is ashamed of you. Your daddy ashamed of you. Granny it probably spit on your grave at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot goes in to
Oh,
suicide.
oh. So
Yeah,
you saying the book was talking about the effects that
suicide.
if you commit suicide, the effects that it have on all the people around you. Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying? Oh,
yes.
okay,
That
okay.
was one of the takeaways that I remember from it, because you gotta understand it's 2025. I read that book like in 99. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, okay.
So I can't even remember what the book is, but I can almost, if I see it, I know it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah, that's
it was about suicide. So it probably was timely. Like, I never thought about suicide, but
mhm,
if I was about to think about it, that book landed in my hand at the right time. You
at the
know what I'm
right
saying?
time. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that was
crazy,
the
man.
very, very first book I've ever read. That was the very
I've never heard it from that perspective really either, about looking at it from all the different people that you're connected with, and how that would have that
Mhm.
type of impact. So yeah, that's
You
good,
put a
man. That's good that they have
you
books
put a
out there
lot of
like that.
people to shame,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So it's almost like it's a selfish act, I guess. This is an
Yeah.
ultimate act of selfishness, in a sense.
It's the
Not to
ultimate, and it did say that. No, it said that. It said the
really.
ultimate act of selfishness. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I have an aunt. She, I got about, man, I got a lot of aunts. I got probably about 8, 9 aunts. Most of them are still living, but I got this one favorite one. We was always tight, from day one. That's been my day one forever, you know what I'm saying? And she,
Mm-hmm.
had twin sons, and she lost one to suicide about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, man, I know she gonna make it, and she doing okay, but I'm willing to bet you it's not a day go by that she don't think about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
Yeah.
that was that's her twin son. She still gotta look at him because she got an
Yeah.
identical twin that look just like him. So she's still looking at him. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And it just leaves the question. I know she, as a person, she wants to say like why. She wish she could just see him right now and be
Mm-hmm.
like, why?
Wow. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
where did I fail you? Where did we go wrong? You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's deep, bro. That's deep. That's real deep. Part of this interview, and we'll show it here for everybody here in a minute, the Vlad and Whack 100 interview. But part of the interview, they talked about potentially some of the financial problems or hardships that young Noble was facing. As you said before, Tupac was kind of the leader of that group. He was, the main, celebrity, I guess. And once he left, it does seem like to some degree that that group, uh, it kind of things kind of, maybe not nosedive, but they weren't, they were on that same level that they were on with Tupac as compared to without him.
Right.
But I guess what's going on right now, and I know this takes us into a different part of the conversation, but with the economy right now, we got Trump's tariffs going on. I'm
Mhm.
hearing conversations of people who I'm talking to, and they're saying, their lives right now, they're going, through a lot of financial hardships. The people that they're around, they're going through financial hardships. And but when I watch, as you know, I'm in the stock market, but when I'm in the stock market, they're saying that there's a possibility that we could be falling into recession at some point, but we're not currently.
Right.
But it begs me to ask the question to you, like, I mean, a couple of questions, like, what are your thoughts about the economy? Like, do you feel like we're in a good place in the economy right now around the people that you're talking to, communicating with, associating with? And then two, you know, how do you deal with when you say have bad credit, you're broke, you don't have people that you can go to and rely on to have offer some financial support, you don't have a car to go DoorDash, Lyft, or Uber in. I mean, how do you deal with people who might be 3 months behind on rent, and they're being getting forced with being eviction? How do you talk? I mean, how do you deal? How do you think someone should deal with that and not want to take their own life? When they're faced with that kind of.
Ooh, I mean, a lot of times, man, and this just this just being honest, man. A lot of times it's all on us. The things that we go through, it be us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wake up with the same 24 hours every day. We
Mm,
all do the same. Not only that, it now we got artificial intelligence. I've been saying for months, and I keep telling people, go. I tell damn near everybody that calls my phone,
mm,
study artificial intelligence. You can get all kind of ideas and all kind of. We living in a time where it should not be that hard, right?
mm,
Because now see 20, 30 years ago, 15 years maybe, we didn't have social media. We got social media now. Like, you got people that was broke prior to social media, they got on there and just was the person that they are, and people pay them for that. You get paid for being you. You know what
mm,
I'm saying? It's all kind of stuff. You got to consistently fill out job applications, go to temp services.
mm.
And but my main thing is get on AI. AI
Yeah,
is
yeah,
is is showing people the way, man, but you got to study it a little bit. It ain't gonna just, you don't just say this and say that and expect to get results. You got to know how to tell it what to do to get what you're looking for. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So I think that we are, it maybe in a small recession, you know what I'm saying, just
Okay,
based on fuel prices, but it's never as bad as it seems. Because the one thing about it is death is absolute. You
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Long as you open your eyes tomorrow,
Hmm.
something can happen for you. But
Yeah,
once you close your eyes for the last time, that's a wrap.
that's a wrap.
It's over. You know what I'm
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And I just I think it's mostly on the individual. And the reason why I say that, because we got more tools now than we've ever had. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I've been in a situation where I got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I was a trainer for a trucking company for about 3 years. Then when I saw that because I was such a good trainer, they wanted to keep me right there. They didn't want
Mhm.
to let me grow.
Yeah.
So I decided to leave and get my own truck. So I got
Mhm.
up to like 3 trucks. Guess
Mhm.
what?
That's good, bro. Yeah.
COVID happened. Joe Biden came into office. You know what I'm saying? I lost everything.
Mhm.
And I was going through a divorce at the time.
Yeah.
So if that ain't low, I don't know what low is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what low is. You know what I'm saying? My kids was going through it and
Mhm.
everything, and that was just a very bad, nasty time in my life. But
Yeah.
guess what? Not one time did I say, boy, you know what? I don't want to be here no more.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
got every time I make a decision in life or think about making a decision in life, I got to I don't want to embarrass my kids, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
At
what
this
I'm
point.
saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be known as that dad and have my kids living with that shame for the rest of their life.
Correct.
No, Sirski, I
Yeah.
can't do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even a lot of time people don't make decisions. They make decisions based on them. They don't
Mhm.
care nothing about everybody else. Is what they want. And I
Mhm.
just, if even if I was to cross that threshold, I still got to look at these kids I got. You know what I'm saying? And
For sure.
hey, I'm trying to have some more. You know what I'm saying? My old ass still trying to have some more. Eventually, one day. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
um, I just got to look at them and be like, man, I don't want to embarrass them. I don't want to embarrass my mother. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you check out, man, people still got to deal with that grief and that embarrassment that came from you checking out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's never that serious. Oh, just open your eyes tomorrow and see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah, I have to say, man, like you said, things can get dark and rocky and like a better way of saying shitty looking a lot of times. And I do struggle sometimes with trying to help come up with a message that will help people when they're going through their darkest moments. Again, for me is, having faith and just having that switch and in that voice inside your head that says, I'm just not going to quit.
Mhm,
But I think there are some things, and I have a tough time because I know it's my process of doing things, beyond that. And, 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 and it's sometimes hard to explain, but I'll
mhm,
also add another piece to it. I have a saying that my grandmother told me years ago when I was a kid, and
mhm,
she had this thing saying called, always turn your lemons into lemonade.
mhm,
And I remember when she said that to me, it didn't really resonate at that time. But
mhm,
as I've gotten older and understanding that, it's been something that's really served me well,
mhm,
because when something is sucky and or just it's just crap, all over the place, I can say in my mind, it's something tells me that there's something in this that you can use that can be valuable. And
mhm,
again, that was my platform from setbacks to success. I've been divorced, I've gone through a bankruptcy, a house fire, incarceration, all the bad things that I thought would never happen to me in life happened. It was like a whole domino effect of just terrible things. And I just remember, thinking to myself, there's nothing good that can come of this. But lo and behold, that voice in my head from my grandmother, said, turn your lemons into lemonade. And I was just like, that was kind of how I started my podcast. I was like, what's up, everybody? I'm Quincy Benton, and guess what? I'm a felon. Not only have I been divorced, I've been declared a bankruptcy, and I just go into the whole spiel.
mhm,
But but from there, it started to give me power. I took the power of all the negative stuff back and flipped it, and I think that that's always something, well, again, that's my process. I don't really try to push it on everybody, but for those,
Right.
who are watching and listening, if that's something that can help you, use it, use the bad stuff and flip it and make it to something that's going to serve you and do good, man, and launch you off from there. And so, but yeah, man, it's a lot of tough stuff going on right now. A lot of tough stuff, a lot of tough situations, and just things that people are dealing with. And again, just stay prayed up, don't quit, and if you can, turn your lemons into lemonade and flip it. Yeah.
Yeah. One
Anyway,
more thing before we play the video. Um. Uh. Oh, I lost my thought just that quick. Well, a lot of people look at the glass half full, half empty. You looking at the glass. This is what this is a candle, but it's about half full. But you looking at it as what you don't have in this glass.
yeah.
Look at it as what you got left, the half full. And what I wanted to say is, sometime, man, we, especially black men, scared to reach out and ask for help.
Mm,
That is something that is very bad in this society. Hell, I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's time to sometimes you got to reach out for help and just sit down and talk to somebody. I think I'm gonna link up the society, the suicide hotline down in the comments when this video is over, man, because I just, whatever it takes, just wake up tomorrow and try it again tomorrow. You know what
I'll
I'm
try it
saying?
again.
Tomorrow's
Yeah.
a whole nother reset day. You know what I'm saying? Just try it again tomorrow. That's what I say about it. But let me play this video.
All right. That's what's up.
Video. Play this video. Whack one. This is Whack 100, and on Vlad TV. Here we go.
2 or 3 times. I heard he was going through financial problems.
Yeah.
And
Probably was homeless. I mean, shit. Hey, bro.
no, he wasn't homeless. He was married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was married. He had a son, I believe.
He had a young son?
Not a young son.
Grown?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a little more to the story, but it's private, so I was told not to really share it. But he was going through money problems. He still wanted to do music. He still wanted to do, Outlaws music, but the other Outlaws weren't really looking to do that anymore. They'd kind of moved on to do other stuff. And yeah, man, it's hard. And entertainment is a weird place. It's almost like professional sports in a way, that you kind of build up, and then if you really hit it, you hit it big, and you get all this money and all this fame and all this love, and everywhere you go, you're being praised. But then you get into being more of a legacy artist, catalog artist, and you have to either reinvent yourself or you have to be happy with what you get. Like, I know, I'm not going to say who, but it's a rap group that we all know about. And one of the members, like, they clean medical supplies. That's, like when you get an operation and they have the scalpels and the knives and all that, that's his job. He cleans like those supplies. He works
Nothing
for a
wrong
company.
with that.
Nothing wrong with it at all. He works that 9 to 5, and when he gets shows, he takes time off. He does the show, comes back, and does this 9 to 5. And and this guy is, I believe, in his late 50s, or possibly a little older, and he's doing his job and supporting his family, and he's got his stability. But I think too many guys and girls,
ego,
they don't want to be recognized working a retail job
before
or something
the fall come to pride, bro.
Yeah.
His ego, bro. And I salute him. Rest in peace to Noble. We all grew up on the music. Condolences to the family. You guys keep your head up. Other people learn from it. Listen, do what you got to do to get by until another situation comes your way. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Especially with music.
Yeah.
Especially with music, because, and look, I feel that sometimes people have a hard time looking at themselves realistically, right? When it comes to the Outlaws, like, for example, me and Edie, we're good friends.
Black, let's just be real. Fucking Outlaws never made it.
Well, it was because of Tupac.
Died, he died. Yeah, so let's
when Pac passed away,
it ain't like you went up, no. And then, you know what I mean? Like,
and like people like Edie, they understand that. They understood who was the star of that group. It was clearly Tupac. And once he passed away, the Outlaws did not have any like strong projects without Pac on it. Like the project that Pac was on did well, but
the same shit happened with Biggie's group.
Yeah, Junior Mafia.
I mean, it is
always except for Lil' Kim.
Yeah, Lil' Kim, she went and did her own thing.
She did her thing.
It is what it is. I mean,
but Lil C's had one album that didn't do all that great, and then that was
overall, it. Man, life is vicious, man. You never know what else was going on. It could have been some medical situations. He could have had some, some demons. I mean, you never know. But shout out to him, and may he rest in peace, man.
Yeah, man. May he rest in peace. He was a good dude. He actually reached out to me to do an interview a few months ago, but him and I couldn't agree on the price. What he was asking was just more than what made financial sense at the time.
That might be another reason why, probably because people wanted to book him to do things. It's another thing, bro. Like oatmeal beating oatmeal, man. So stop playing with it.
Yeah, man. And that kind of hurts my feelings. Dude offer
you $2,000 for tomorrow for 2 hours. And tomorrow comes in those same 2 hours, you make no grand, you're an idiot.
That's the thing that always surprised me. And that was the thing that kind of shook me up, because I'm like, I was just talking to him about paying him. Yeah, it wasn't a huge amount, but it was, like I said, it's better than sitting on your couch.
That's a fact.
I mean, like, for example, like, I have the Vlad TV YouTube Masterclass, right? And people are like, hey, do you do one-on-one consulting? And I'm like, I never thought about it, but yeah, I'm open to it. And so a guy was like, would you take $500 for an hour? I said, sure, why not? Why not? So for $500, we got off, on FaceTime.
Bro, that's some serious money.
And I'm like, who? For $500? And I just, it wasn't publicized, it wasn't recorded, So then another guy came in. I just did one this morning. So for a couple of people for the master.
All right. But yeah, man. So that's what happened, man. Young Noble from the Outlaws apparently was having some financial issues. It could have been some underlying health issues that he didn't want to deal with. But the fact of the matter is he's not here. He left his son. He had a son. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the man was married or whatever, but once you commit suicide and you check out, it's a wrap. That's it.
They said he lived in Atlanta as well, so
I ain't even hear about it.
Yeah.
Till today. So you sent it to me today. So
yeah.
Wow. So shout out to Vlad TV and Whack 100. For bringing that story to light, man, because and giving us a little bit of insight to what this man was thinking. 47 years old, still relatively young, you know what I'm saying? And he just felt as though he didn't want to be here with us no more, so he made a very selfish decision.
Yeah, but G, I want to see if you could pull that comment up by Regina, where she says it's been hard for me. Yeah. I've had a bone marrow transplant and brain surgery. My physical health affected my mental health. I have some encouraging people in my life, and God, it's hard. Again, shout out to you, Regina, for sharing that, as well as prayers to you while you're going through that. And I made a comment back to you to say that I do understand, not to that extent, but as some of you that watch the show may know, I've had surgery earlier a few months ago, 3 months ago, on my shoulder, but I've been going through pain for the past 2 years, like daily pain. And so pain to the degree that I actually at some evenings I mean, it was like a lightning bolt strike in my, in my arm, and this just woke me up in the middle of my sleep. And and I don't really say that, again, man, this was something I've been healthy relatively my entire life. So I have not had, major surgeries. This was my first major surgery at my age. And I've, gone through I've just, I really just had not had a lot of health related issues to this degree. But just going through this battle for the past 2 years, it's made me really, and it's kind of like, this is kind of a little unrelated, but when Hurricane Katrina happened, and I saw all those people literally get, their lives were destroyed in an instant. Everything, in their houses, clothes, personal belongings, just pictures, all that's gone. And I looked at it, and I've, something in me what felt bad at the time seeing it, but I really understood it when something similar happened to me. When I came home and my whole house was burned down and everything was either destroyed by water or the flames or the smoke damage. And so when it happened to me, I understood it on a deeper level, man, how your whole life can just change like that. And so so going through this health battle, to her point, you know, I get it, because it has been a physical challenge dealing with the pain, but I also understand it from the mental and emotional piece to it that really doesn't is not really addressed by a healthcare system very much. They just think it's just about the pain, which it is, but it's about the pain and the mental and emotional piece to it. So I was glad to hear, Regina, that you do have people around you. I think that it's so important. You said it, G, in these battles that we have, you gotta reach out, and you gotta, and it is such a great thing, to have people that really truly have some concern and care about you, to the point where, they're not bothered by you picking up the phone and, having a real genuine heart to heart conversation with them. And those things help, because again, I don't know exactly to what it's going to like to have bone marrow transplant and brain surgery, but I can only imagine that, these things that, it's not just physical, it's mental and emotional. And yeah, and again, glad you got the spiritual piece intact and the people around you as well. So yeah.
And yeah, and shout out to her because I actually first met her when I was going to take the written part of my commercial driver's license the first time. So we've been friends for a very long time. So I've seen her struggle um and witness, the things that she's going through, and she's a very strong woman and she making it through. If hey, if it's been hard for her, I ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So she been doing her thing, and she show people exactly how to make it through something like that. So
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, yeah. So but yeah, so it's, again, a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on, and just gotta battle through and persevere, man. And so let me ask you this: do things get better from your experience in the life? Do things get better if you just stay down, go through the hardship, go through the tough times? Do they get better?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe, because hey, again, I've been at some lows, bro. I've been at some lows, boy.
Yeah.
I've had some lows in my life, but guess what? It's 2025, and I'm here. I'm making it. I made it through a lot of those lows. You know what I'm saying? I'm experiencing some things now. I got a email last week that was just not favorable to it was not favorable. to
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do in life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it kind of took me super low. But you know what? I had to collect myself, get myself back together,
Mm-hmm.
regroup, and go back at it. And not really I'm not really ready to talk about it right now, but I will talk about it. So if you subscribe to the channel, you might catch this story in a couple of months because I'm working on some stuff and I'm teaming up with a couple of people and we're gonna regroup and go at some things in a different way. So you just have to pick up the pieces and you got to keep going because hey, again, you close your eyes. Once you close your eyes, you're gonna be closing them for the last time, and that's it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So another chance, you might turn everything around. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hey,
Yeah.
sometimes you hit the lottery.
Yeah. Some reason, to your point, I would agree with you. I've
Mhm.
seen it happen, so I can personally testify to that things that I've gone through that I did not see where they were going to get better just by staying down, staying persistent, staying committed to, doing the things that needed to be done, staying prayed up and full of faith that they did get better, and there were times when I was very sad, very maybe what you would call depressed, and voila, before I know it, I'm happy again, and so yeah, bro, I do believe that to this point, it hasn't. I haven't gotten anything. I haven't gotten any confirmation in life yet that tells me that is not true. That once it's bad, it stays bad, and it never gets better. I
Mhm.
don't. I don't believe that, man. And man, I had to give you a shout out, man. Just the connection with you, bro, has been part of one of the sources of the things that's kind of helped me getting through this period that I'm going through right now. I mean, I look forward to this conversation on the show and the things that we talk about. So yeah, bro, yeah. So I would just like, again, stay connected with good people, stay prayed up, and just keep on pushing, and before you know it, you break through. That's your
Yeah.
finances, that's
Mhm.
your health, that's your happiness in terms of your emotional well-being. I think all those things you can experience breakthroughs. Just don't give up and keep right people around you and stay prayed up. That's
Yeah, for sure, man. Shout
yeah.
out to my brother Nate Noble. He been knowing me all my life. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't seen the ups and the downs, and he didn't roll with me. He know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He been around all my life because that's my older brother. You know what I'm saying? And so he been riding these ups and downs with me and everything. And make sure y'all go check out his page and go check out his website at join Nate Noble now. Type it in the comments, Slick, so they know to go check out your website. But anyway, yeah, man. I mean, oh man, I hate to see, every family at some point has dealt with somebody that was suicidal, you know what I'm saying? And the main thing is to talk stuff out because mental health is real. The bottom line is this country does not address mental health the way that they should. They
You
don't
know,
address it
yeah.
enough. Yeah.
One thing we hadn't touched on, man, is what's connected sometimes all this is the substance abuse that comes with it, whether it be the alcohol abuse, the alcoholism, whether it be, the drug use. Um, your opinions on, I guess, what are your thoughts about that? Do you believe those things are sometimes part of it? Do you think that though it's best to kind of address those things because those things can lead to the deeper bouts of depression and deeper thoughts of suicide, or is it different from all people? Where are you at with that?
I don't, me personally, you know, a lot of times people turn to drugs and alcohol because they think that it'll make them feel better, or you know, maybe it takes them out of their mind to the point where they won't think about their problems and everything. But I just, for me, I just don't believe that'll work. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Mhm.
believe that that's good for you, because you know the drugs and the alcohol, you know, it kind of put, you know, kind of like different types of chemical imbalances that make you possibly decide the wrong decision. You know what
Make
I'm
the wrong
saying?
decisions.
Um,
Yeah.
Making the wrong decisions in life, and you know, you, hey, we see every day people dying from fentanyl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
That's a deep statement, man. I don't think I've heard it put exactly like you put it like that, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I just don't think that's one of the things that I've never done is alcohol. I might have been drunk one time in my life.
Mhm.
Shout out to Black Spider-Man, man. We, hey, boy,
Oh.
look, we was in Vegas, man.
That's right. Okay.
Look, bro, we was in Vegas, man.
Oh man, I
And
forget you told me that. Yeah, go ahead. Talk
taking
about
shots,
it.
shot. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
listen, man,
Oh shit.
I was, that was the only time that I've ever been tore up in my life. Yeah. So it is not for me, and drugs, maybe smoke weed two, three
Yeah.
times in my life. That just wasn't for me, man. So because I've always been on the side of that's not gonna help my problem. It's,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got too many problems going on to have a habit,
Yeah.
a
That's it.
dependency habit. You know what I'm saying? So it never was my thing. So, you know, I can't tell people how to feel, but hey, my advice would be not to um not to turn to drugs and alcohol to try to straighten up your problems, because that ain't gonna do nothing but make it worse, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do think you gotta. That was one of the things, the unfortunate demons you gotta confront when you're going through these things. Because for me, like for instance, with this injury, one of the things that you can, one, they prescribe you the narcotics, the oxys and stuff, when you come out of surgery, because that's you got intense pain right after
Mm,
surgery.
mm,
And so and they monitor those. They're not loose with those here. Maybe there was a day and age when they were, but they're not that way. They're cutting that as ASAP, as soon as, whether you want to or not. They're
mm,
trying every way to get you off of that.
mm,
But for me, it wasn't really a problem, because with the narcotics comes all the discombobulation. You don't have clear thoughts. And I like clarity. If anything, I'm a fiend. I'm an addict to have clarity in life. So, in clarity of thought. And
mm.
so when my thoughts and my words were not connecting like that, I was like, nah, I got it. There's no choice. I cannot be hooked to this. I don't care how much pain it is. It's causing me not to have. So, but
That
from
sound
there,
like me though. That sound like something I'd say. I'd be just like that.
yeah, for sure. So then it moves on to this ibuprofen, this lower. I mean, it's not a narcotic, but I mean, but it's still a pretty heavy dosage of pain medication. And but what I realized in my rehab process, there's not a real defined way for you to get off of that. So you can get blinded, or you can kind of get you know kind of trapped, I would say, in the
Mhm,
idea that the medication is masking the pain, and as a result you feel more healed. But that's not the case. The medication is truly just masking the pain. So, but to a point where hopefully through therapy you start to eventually start getting better and having less pain. But what I've realized, I've had to make some decisions. Like, I got to cut back on this stuff myself if I'm going to ever find a way. Because if I'm on a steady diet of this stuff, I'm never going to feel like I'm in pain or I have pain. So so anyway, so it's kind of be a trick bag, man. I'm dealing with the trick bag to a certain degree, with my own mother in terms of her pain medication. She's going through some battles with that, and so it it's really, man, it's just gonna be some tough places that you can find yourself in when you're dealing with these things. And so, yeah, man, it's a lot, it's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure,
yeah,
man. But
yeah,
these are the conversations that sometimes somebody got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to talk about it just to invoke thought on the ones that's sitting around thinking about doing this. You know what I'm saying? Think about your relatives. You know what I'm saying? Think about your kids. How could you do this to your kids? You know what I'm saying? How could you embarrass your mama? She just was bragging about, you know what I'm saying, about, you a week or two ago. How could you do this? You know what I'm saying? You just gotta think, you gotta seek help, call a suicide prevention hotline, talk to people, get online. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes go live, man. Get on one of these social media sites and go live, and then you'll just start to talk about your problems, talk about your story. Get what? Somebody might throw you a few coins. You know what I'm saying? You might
yeah,
money. Just, hey, listen, the people that be getting paid on TikTok,
Mhm.
especially, is the ones that just be themselves. They ain't got to get on there and act and do this and do that, man. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know a cat right here in Atlanta told me probably about 2 or 3 years ago, from January to August, he made $140,000. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Hey, on TikTok.
On TikTok. Ah, dang.
I'm like, boy, I cannot be on it online talking to these people this long. It's no way I could do it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it's just different ways. And two, again, educate yourself, people. I'm at my age every single day. Coursera. You could buy you a little subscription, and guess what? I bet you because I'm gonna do the subscription for 1 year, and I guarantee you I'm maxing that thing out. You hear me? I'm around here taking class. I be riding in my truck when I don't have a mentee in my truck.
yeah.
Class,
Classes. Yeah, yeah,
classes.
yeah.
You
That's
know what
what's
I'm
up.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You got to educate yourself about different stuff. Because again, I tell people all the time, I'm not a truck driver, man. I'm a businessman that just so happen to know how to drive truck, and I
that's
don't
right.
like driving trucks no more. You know what I'm saying? So in order to try to transition from driving trucks, I educate myself on a daily basis, and I come on here and talk to y'all and expect y'all to share this thing to y'all friends so we can get some views and some watch time and all this good stuff. And then I could just talk to y'all every day. Yeah,
All day.
all day. I promise you.
Go
Soon
that 24-hour live. Yeah, yeah.
boy,
Just had that
listen,
camera run. Yeah. I'll be back,
listen,
y'all. I'm getting ready to grab me something to eat.
I'm on this thing talking to y'all for free for months now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So you think I ain't gonna talk to y'all if I'm making a couple of coins to my bank account? Please. We gonna turn it up. Look, we're gonna be traveling, we're gonna be in other countries, and
yeah,
we're gonna do all kind of stuff. I might just go live and
yeah,
just let you be a part of it. But man, I gotta start getting paid first. Boy, this free stuff ain't paying the bills, y'all.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not paying the bill. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, the ones, my day ones that's been riding from day one. I
yeah,
definitely appreciate y'all, man, because y'all be in this thing consistently liking on my videos and stuff like that. And I promise you that, hey, that's good for my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Because that let me know that I'm doing something right. And I'm just continuously trying to bless the world with my knowledge. I feel like now I'm not no YN no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a YN.
Is
I'm
that a
a
is that
OG.
a t-shirt, bro? I'm not no YN no
Yeah.
more.
Hey, boy, look at that. That's an idea.
Yeah.
It's an idea right
That's an
there,
idea.
boy. Bring the shirt. Say, I'm not a YN no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm an OG. So, you know, it's imperative that I teach these
Yeah,
young people a better way. Because if I would have had this information coming up, man, please, I don't know where I'd be at right now. I probably would have missed prison altogether. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So mothers, because most of y'all single mothers, man, the dude that ran off. You know what I'm saying? Your kid
Mhm.
ain't got no father, none of that, man. Man, send them to my channel, man. Subscribe to my channel, because we don't do nothing but tell you nothing but the right thing to do on this channel, man.
That's right.
It don't cost you nothing to click or subscribe, check some videos out, man, and share the content to somebody you know, because we all got YN. We all know some YNs now, you know what I'm saying? So we know some YNs, man, and YNs need to hear this message, man.
Yeah, they
So
need yeah, they need help.
yeah, they need
Yeah.
help, because I know I need help, man. I could have missed prison altogether, boy.
Yeah, man.
I don't know where I would be if I wouldn't have wasted 16 years of my life behind that wall.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know for a fact I have Bill Gates money by now, for
That's
real.
right. Yeah.
I wasted a lot of time out of my life, man. I'm just trying to get y'all not to waste y'all's time, man. So before you go out there and do something stupid, man, and before you take yourself out the game, man, just talk to somebody, talk to some people, sit, think, pray,
Yeah.
pray. I
Yeah.
wasn't always this cool, man. It's just that when I first went in, I told you I like to fight. So I
Yeah.
spent a lot of time in solitary confinement. That is the only time in 16 years that I've ever been like in a cell.
Did they call the shoe where you was at? Did they call the
No,
shoe? Okay.
no. But
That,
on a
yeah.
hole or something
The
like that.
hole. Yeah, yeah. He was in the hole. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And other than that, my entire time was in an open dormitory. The
Mm.
entire time, I just did not like the cell house. I think I did that cell house thing with a roommate for like maybe a month when I first went in. I said, nope, this ain't for me. And it was open dormitory for the rest of the time. But when I wasn't in the open dormitory, I was in the hole praying, God, I want to change. I don't like this. I don't want to do this. I want to learn. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I spend a lot of time doing that, and that's where the change come in at, man. So you got to pray, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's in the jail inside the jail.
Yeah,
That's
jail.
how I had to describe the people. They call
That's
it
exactly what it
segregated
is.
housing
It's,
unit. That's
that's
shoot
it,
the shoe.
boy.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it
I
is.
said, yeah, it's
Jail inside the jail.
the jail inside the jail. They're like,
That's
what?
that's what the hole is. The jail inside of the jail. Like you in jail already. You got locked up. You got
Booked.
arrested inside the
They
jail.
got booked in jail.
You got booked inside the jail. Like you already in jail. How in the world did you get
Oh
locked
man.
up inside of jail? That's terrible, man. That's terrible. But at times I just had to put these paws on people playing with me. I just had to serve up knuckle sandwiches, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't serving up no knuckle sandwiches no more, boy. Hey, boy, look. I believe I still
uh,
can knock somebody out, but boy, I'm not trying to go there. Boy, I'm in full de-escalation mode in my life. Boy, I don't want no problem.
he said full de-escalation mode.
Yeah, it's de-escalation activated. Boy, I'm walking away from every
FDM.
altercation. I don't
Yeah,
want no smoke at
yeah.
all.
Y'all
Please,
heard that
please.
first here, y'all. Y'all heard that first here.
Yeah,
FD.
yeah. De-escalation
Um,
activated. That's it, boy. Look, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with these YNs. Hey, police, they pull me over. I don't want no smoke.
Oh man, that is
None of
funny.
that, boy. I don't go to jail. I don't fight. I don't do none of that. No. No Sirski.
It's cool, bro. It's cool. We
It's
cool,
cool.
man. Yeah.
De-escalation activate.
Oh man. Oh, that is funny, boy. Boy. Wait, man, why you wait all the way to the end of the show to get reach down in the bag, man? You always be getting me like that, man. Stop with that, man.
I didn't put Slick. I say Slick. Type your website in the comments so the people can see it. I still ain't seen it. JoinNateNow.com. I think that's it. But boy, if you want them to see it, you better type it up fast.
Oh boy, that was good, boy. That was good. But yeah, you gotta come with that, man. On the front end, get the show going.
For sure. Yeah. It's just off the dome, man. I don't know. It's just something about live. Just, you know what I'm saying? I promise you, I ain't feel like doing this tonight. Had a long day.
Hey,
but
man.
We made it.
Yeah.
And appreciate it. Been doing this thing since January.
For sure.
It is now August. People, if that ain't consistency, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So please share this thing to your friends, your loved ones, your YNs, all of the above, man. Cause we just trying to make some noise. I'm trying to get out the truck. I'm trying to join my brother in getting out the truck right here, man. He already out, man.
Come on, let's go, bro.
I'll get me out this truck so I can do other stuff, man. Cause I'm trying to pull up to your city and all that, man. But I gotta work till YouTube start paying me, man.
Yeah, man. They're gonna be building another stadium down here and everything, man. So yeah.
What? Another what? Basketball?
Another arena, for the Thunder. So
okay, well, I mean they earned it.
Yeah. So man.
It's hey, listen.
Okay, it's finally here. After all these years, we done finally officially got on the map, man. Yeah, so this is good.
Shout out to OKC. Oklahoma City is a wonderful city. Got a lot to offer. A lot of casinos and all that. So
that's right.
For sure. But who you with? Football season before we go. We back.
I'm rolling with the Falcons, man. You know, I'm in you asked me to jump in the car, riding shotgun, man. Let's go.
Hey, listen. Michael Penix say the Falcons is gonna be the highest scoring team in the league. Boy, I like confidence like that.
Okay.
I got to say, the last quarterback to say that was Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And the year he said it, that's what they were.
That's right. Yeah.
It was like the 7th or 8th best offense in history.
That's right.
So I like the confidence that my boy MPJ9 is coming through the door with. So I'm at them games now. Like we going to one in Arizona, might catch the one in Minnesota. Like I want to go to the away game. Eagles, what?
Oh my gosh, jumped in late and just
Eagles. No. Shout out to them Eagles, man. They did win the Super Bowl, man. They won the Super Bowl last year. But one of the only teams that beat them last year was the Falcons. Yeah. One of the only teams that beat them was the Falcons. So to them Eagles.
Came in late with that one. Hot too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about at the end. I'm talking about that was at the buzzer.
At the buzzer.
Swish. Hey.
Oh man.
All right, man. We'll see y'all
for sure
next Thursday, man. Appreciate you tapping in.
Thank you for tuning into XCon Media. Go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hurry up!